Hello everyone, my name is Carlie Hamilton and today I'm back here with another video for you. This video is part of the Wedding Wednesday series and it is right now a whole week late. So sorry about that guys, but if you've seen any of my other videos or read any of my blog posts, you know my life is imploding a little bit at the moment. And to add on to that, these past week and this week I've also had some interviews, which is good news because we've got an impending house move and we've also got we've had a sick cat who's almost better. So that's cost a lot of money. So a job would be nice right now. So yeah, I've got another interview this afternoon, but I want to quickly get this video out. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get this week's Wedding Wednesday video out tomorrow, which is Thursday my time, but may still be Wednesday in some parts of the world, fingers crossed. So this week, last week's challenge was to use mixed media and stencils, and I've decided to use this like honeycomb sort of pattern, this hexagon pattern, whatever it's called, on my layout. And as you can see, I'm using it with my molding paste and I'm just randomly placing it all over my layout. I really love this background paper. It's a bit of clouds and I think it's from a Maggie Holmes collection. And I just love it because the photos that are going with it, we were leaning up against a wall and looking out at the beautiful sky. It was a perfect day. And so that's just like my view sort of when we were taking those photos. And it just reminds me of how peaceful and wonderful our day was. So I'm cleaning up some of the bits of the modeling paste that didn't quite make it into a whole hexagon sort of shape. And then I left it to dry for a couple of hours. So as you can see, we've come back now and it's the end of the day and the sun is going down and it's shining brightly in my room, and soon I'm going to go over and shut the window or shut my curtains so that you can see a little bit better. So I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I know that I want to use this Heidi Swap color shine spray because it just has this really beautiful shimmer to it, and I knew the color would complement the background beautifully. So I started to just use my paintbrush and paint on top of the hexagons, thinking that it'll be like a nice transparent sort of color, showing color and showing the shine. And I wasn't feeling it. Like it sort of just wasn't working. So I go and grab some paper that I can find on the ground, and I just found this magazine. My room's a mess from moving. So I found this old magazine just to put under it, just to catch water and drips and stuff. And I decided to start creating like this drippage thing from the top there. But it wasn't really working with this paintbrush. It just wasn't fat enough. It wasn't holding enough water to really get the effect that I wanted. So I grabbed a new paintbrush and it all came together really quickly then. I'm just using a whole heap of water and then just dropping some little drops of the spray into the water and then allowing it to run. So here is my cat Nala coming to say hi. She's a good help. But not that great of a help. Okay, so next, around here is when I get sick of that sun, I think. So I close my curtains and ta-da! Yeah, most of the glare is gone. So from here, I'm looking at my photos and trying to see how they're going to be placed on the page. And I add a few more drips just to get that effect so that you can really see it. I was kind of thinking that the water would sort of go all between the hexagons and create this really interesting image, and it kind of did, but it kind of didn't. But in the end, I liked it. It looked well enough. So in case you don't know, Wedding Wednesday is a collaboration I'm doing with Angie, and we we create a new wedding project every Wednesday for our wedding album. So go check out her channel. So now I'm using my Mr. Huey's spray, which is a matte spray in the same, like a similar color, and I'm just splattering on the background. And I also use my Heidi Swap just to splatter on the background, just to add that touch more texture on the background. Oh, and here's Nala. She was watching me intently, and that's me. Yeah, so this is cat heavy. Sorry, non-cat lovers. This is about the time where I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm just showing you that piece of paper because I was going to use pink, that pink paper to map my photos and stuff. But I decided I really wanted it to be like a monotone color, so I pulled out from my scraps some green papers. Also got some like grey papers in there. And I decided to map my photos with those green colors just to keep it all in the one color. So I mapped my photos on these scraps, and I just cut them out with my scissors because my trimmer, I can see where it is, but it's just under a big pile of stuff. Actually, if you go check out my blog after this video, I have a photo up there of how messy my desk is. So right now I am just freaking out because I'm thinking, what the hell have I done? And I have cut out a lot of me just sitting there tapping at the desk doing nothing. I am a little bit devastated at the moment. I'm thinking that I have ruined this beautiful piece of paper. I'm thinking, how on earth can I put this disgusting mess inside my wedding album? I'm really hating it. But I try to move on. So I get out this old Doodlebug ink, which is horrible ink. It was horrible when I bought it. But I decided not to throw it out. I decided it works okay to ink edges. So I inked my edges of these photos. And then I just said, stuff it. And just stuck the photos down because otherwise I'm just never going to move on. My background was a little bit wet there, so I got a bit of a green dot on my face, so I just wiped it off and actually spent a bit of time trying to find my baby wipes in my room, but I have no idea what on earth I did with my baby wipes, so I used a tissue in the end and that was fine. So my second dilemma with this layout was embellishing, and because I have got a huge mess in my room, I've also packed up a lot of my scrapbooking supplies. They're away in my drawer, so they're accessible, but they're not on my desk. I like to have a small collection of stuff on my desk, and I just find it so much easier to embellish when I have a small collection to pull from. I call it my embellishment center, but I guess it's just like a handmade little kit that I make myself. So instead I'm pulling out from my drawer. Oh, and this is my other cat. This is Batman. This is the one that's been sick lately and has cost us a small fortune, but as you can see, he's feeling a lot better. There we go, I'll remove him from the desk. But he just said hello to you. Yeah, so as I was saying, I really had a hard time embellishing this project, and it's probably under embellished. But oh well, it looks great in the end. I ended up loving it in the end, and that's the main thing. I really want to have something up the top, something on top of this horizontal photo, because there's that space there and it just is calling out for some kind of embellishment. So I wander around my room and can't find anything. I don't really want to use a title on this page because I'm terrible at titles, and I just feel like too many crappy titles in the wedding album just aren't needed. But in the end, I give in because it is the perfect place for a title. And I borrow from that bit of chipboard down the bottom that says "this moment," and I decide I'm going to call it "in this moment" because it works. It sort of felt like a moment where we were just relaxing up against a wall. So I want to put some washi tape in that little blank space that's between the title and the other photo. And I get out some cloud washi tape because that clouds, that's perfect. But I put it down and it's just this little bit too dark. So I end up putting a strip of it close to the photo and then another washi tape with a lighter color above it, so it sort of blends into the background there. Now I start to use these L Studio letter stickers to do in this, but it was just too close to the color. So I end up using these brown little tile stickers to go in this moment, or in the title. From here, I sprinkle down some of my sequins, and I basically just glue them down where they lay. I did move them around a little bit just to sort of spread them out a bit more, but I basically just glued them down where they fell. And I don't know, somehow these sequins sort of made it for me. In the end, it like all came together. I also add a little bit of washi tape in a couple of places around the page just because it is a little bit under embellished. I found that the washi tape sort of drew your eye to the layers, what few layers there are on my page, and I feel like it helps move your eye around the page a little bit better. So it does sort of create this sense of depth that may not have been actually there. And that's it. That's my final layout. As you can see, there's this beautiful shimmer in it from that Heidi Swap color shine. So yeah, in the end, I guess I'm probably really, really relieved that it actually turned out in the end, because I did have this huge feeling of dread in me, but it worked out in the end. So I love this layout. I hope you've enjoyed this process video. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Head over to createmess.com, and as I said, I've got some still photos there, and also a photo of my messy desk. I'll be posting up this week's Wedding Wednesday as soon as possible. But right now I've got to get ready for my next interview. Hopefully I'll get one of these jobs. Thanks so much everyone for watching. Bye.